Welcome to the video of Vort. Torah tells us that perhaps the first and last time in Jewish history there was a fundraising campaign, and once the campaign came to met its goals, they shut it down and they shut it off. The question is, if people were willing to continue to donate to the Mishkan, why did they shut down the campaign? Some suggest that perhaps it makes sense in the context of the purpose of the Mishkan. Rashi tells us in several places that the Mishkan was there in part as a kapara for the Chet HaEgel. And that while the Chet HaEgel, in its most charitable form, we can say that Bnei Yisrael were trying to create a connection with Hashem, but it was a corrupted version of what they should be doing, because that came from their own intuition and their own sense of how to worship Hashem. And so therefore the Mishkan, which is Hashem's version of how Avodas Hashem is supposed to look, should be kasher tziva oso, just as Hashem commanded, not any more, not any less. Left not to our own intuition and our own creativity, but we should follow the precepts, the guidelines that Hashem has given us to the T. And so in a certain sense, this would be a case of more is less. However, Rabbi Menachem ben Zion Zaks, in his Sefer Menachem Zion, suggests that there is a deeper message here. And that is that although it is true that in the Mishkan, Moshe and Bitzalel could have collected more, and could have created more, and could have had more accoutrements and more adornments and more beautification of the Mishkan, had they done so, it would have all come at a cost. And that is at the cost of the Leviim, who would have to carry the thing going forward. Because after all, the Mishkan was a portable structure, as opposed to the Beis Hamikdash, where there was great creativity in what the people did in order to beautify the Mikdash. When it came to the Mishkan was exactly as was commanded. Why? Because to do more would come on the backs of the Leviim who had to carry it. Nobody's carrying the Beis Hamikdash. The Beis Hamikdash was a permanent structure. But the Mishkan, which was a temporary structure, every time the Leviim would have to carry it from place to place, it would mean more weight on their backs. So in order to ensure that this great Hidur Mitzvah, if you want to call it that, would not come on the backs of on the cheshbon of somebody else's back, Moshe Rabbeinu shut down the fundraising campaign. And here we have an important message for us. It is important for us to be able to do mitzvos to the T, to the best of our capabilities, as piously as possible, and with as great as Hidur Mitzvah as possible. But all those extra stuff that we do to enhance our mitzvah observance should be on our cheshbon, and never on the cheshbon of someone else. Good chance.